Blacktown International Sportspark. The Giants and North, both sides, have played well so far this VFL season. Free wins the hit out. Plenty of players around it. Here's Isaac Cumming. Here's one that we're looking at, returning from injury for the Giants as the ball is wrapped up and we'll have a second stoppage. Nice tackle there from Nick Quigg, the young Giant. The ball will be thrown up again. Madden and Free go at it once more. Here's Cumming getting involved again, making a return from his calf injury. Got the 75 AFL games to his name. The pre-season calf injury has meant he's playing his first game of the season and getting a couple of touches early. So hacked forward for North. Ryan Angwin is there to clean up for the Giants. There's Fay in the long sleeves. A bit warm for the long sleeves, I would have thought. Short chipping ball was misdirected. Jared Leanett with the intercept mark. Here's Hansen. Walks Fay on the mark and then fends him off. Nicely done by Robert Hansen Jr. Inside 50. Big fly, couldn't mark. Ball pinging around. Plenty of players around this pack. And the ball, Curtis Taylor's there for North Melbourne. Still it pings around. Rouston hacks it forward. Free was there for North. A few Giants getting involved. There's Archer. Liam Shields is there for North too. Looks like we'll have another stoppage. Been a hot start early, Cynthia. Yeah,
a few stoppages to start off. Bit of body-on-body work.
So we'll go once again with Madden and Free. Madden won the hit out.
Good tackle.
Fay managed to fend one off. Got the hand pass away. Connor Stone and Nick Madden are there for the Giants. Shields for North Melbourne, and we'll have another stoppage. 2 minutes gone in this first quarter. Madden again won the hit out. Stone couldn't hold on. Chance for North Melbourne to go forward now. Tumbled forward and long. That's a huge kick. Jaden Stevenson is the target, and he's held the mark. Very nicely done by Jaden Stevenson in the goal square. Jaden Stevenson finds himself in the VFL. Played rounds 1 to 4 this season before being dropped, and he's got North Melbourne's first. And North have the first on the board. Jaden Stevenson, 1 goal last week, and he's got one this week.
That was a whopping kick in, just out of 50. Massive.
And Jaden Stevenson will be hoping to impress. It must be difficult being dropped. What can he do to try and impress, do you think?
Yeah, I definitely reckon getting on the board early is massive, and lovely finish from him then. So I think staying in the game early and getting a few plays in, maybe a few more on the board, will definitely give him a good look at a nice game.
And with North Melbourne playing in Hobart tomorrow, none of the North Melbourne senior coaching staff are here to have a look. I'm sure they're tuning in to the stream. Adam Kingsley, the Giants senior coach, is here, along with a lot of the Giants boys, Stephen Cornelio, Toby Green, a few of the boys that were in Canberra last night. Back in the middle again, Free. Tried to win the ruck. Watkins was there for North. They'll be holding the ball. North Melbourne free kick going to Watkins. Plays on. Drives it long. Stevenson will be the target once again. Not in this pack. The taller Sellers was there. Gets the kick on it. Does Downey. Just missed. In fact, Louis Butler it was.
Lovely crumbing work there too.
And Nick Haynes, the veteran, brings the ball back in for the Giants to Hebron. Giants VFL captain Ryan Hebron. And there for a couple of years now after crossing from the Swans. Long up the line. Leanett got the fist on it. Over the boundary line for a throw-in. Jared Leanett, a playing assistant coach. What kind of insight can a playing assistant coach bring out on the field?
It definitely brings a different aspect to the game. You know what's happening. You know how tiring and whatnot it can be out there. So, yeah, I think having a playing assistant coach makes a difference and gives you a different look into the game.
Absolutely. So here come North Melbourne. Bergman's kick inside 50. Stevenson again the target. Brought it to ground. Haynes is there for the Giants. Spinning out of trouble was Stevenson. Hand pass just missed Hansen Jr. Fay, Angwin, and now Haynes. They clean it up nicely, the Giants. Up the line. Good fist out of bounds from Ben Davis, and we'll have another boundary throw-in. Just the one goal kicked thus far. North Melbourne 1-1-7. The Giants yet to score. 2 wins and 1 loss so far for the Giants this season in the VFL. North Melbourne 3 wins and a loss. So 2 sides that have been pretty good to start the season. Madden and Free go at it again. There's Shields for North. Stevens' kick just ricochets off Curtis Taylor, and we'll have a throw-in.
Hopefully Giants can bring a win home in home today, so we'll see how they go there.
Yeah, Blacktown International Sportspark, of course. Giants heartland out here in the west of Sydney, far more west than Homebush, their normal home grounds. Madden and Free. Madden wins the hit out, but there's a free kick. Will be going the way of Nick Madden. Kicked a bombing goal last week, Nick Madden, from well outside 50. It was the Smithy snag of the week. Here's Lenat. Dangerous little kick across goal, but it's going to work. Butler takes the mark. And Deacon Smith, as the short option, opted against him and is going to go for something a little longer. Sellers, the target. Dirksen did well for the Giants. Fay with some closing pressure, and we'll have a stoppage right in front of the spectators here in Blacktown.
That was lovely pressure from Fay there, just to shut in and stop that off before it could have easily punted down to the North's 50.
So Madden thumps it forward. Stone involved. Now Rouston. Long inside 50. Getting some space on the lead is Max Gruzewski. One of the Giants' young tall forwards, Max Gruzewski. He's got plenty of talent. First round draft pick back in 2022, pick 22. Of course, the Giants taking Aaron Cadman with pick 1 in that draft. So getting 2 key forwards out of the same draft. Kicked 4 goals 2 weeks ago against Sandringham, did Max Gruzewski. So this would be goal number 7 of the year. It's a low kick. And it hasn't made the distance. I think the hand on it in the end was actually Lockie Keefe's. It was actually a giant hand.
Snuck one in.
So Lenat pumps it long. Maley and Haynes is there, and Haynes sees it across the line. Nick Haynes, a veteran of 205 AFL games, played opening round and round 1 in the AFL, was the sub in round 1. Do you think it would be difficult for a player like him to be coming back to the VFL?
Yeah, but it's also a good opportunity to start showcasing yourself and then work your way back into the side. So VFL is a perfect spot to showcase your talent and work your way back up.
Certainly get more of an opportunity than sitting in the sub-vest at the
Yeah,
AFL
100%.
coming on for a quarter. Taylor is wrapped up in a tackle. I'll have another stoppage on the far side. Madden and doing the bulk of the ruck work, as we expect him to do today. It looks like Braden Pruis is not going to feature. Cooper Hamilton is back on the ground, so nothing to worry about there for GWS.
Yeah, Pruish just came out from the change rooms there in his kit, so it doesn't look like he's going out today.
So here is Madden, who will have a big task today. So as Lockie Keefe might do some backup ruck work for the Giants. Perhaps Gruzewski, the youngster. So Josh Fay could probably get this right to the goal square, the big left boot of Josh Fay. Goes to the pocket. Gruzewski's the target. Just bounced off his chest. I think Davis might have got a important little touch on there to prevent the mark. So 8 minutes gone in the first quarter. Still just the 1 goal kicked. The boundary throwing inside forward 50 for the Giants. No one can get clean hands on it from the stoppage. A few repeat stoppages so far. Thrown up again. Archer won the clearance, but a free kick has been picked out and will be going the way of the Giants. So Toby McMullen will take the free kick. It was the umpire off the ball who picked that one out. A little hold at the stoppage. Toby McMullen will have the shot on goal for GWS. It was the sub in opening round against Collingwood in the AFL. Been in the VFL ever since, Toby McMullen. but has been in some good form. McMullen for the Giants first. Misses to the near side. 4 goals last week for McMullen. Not able to get on the scoreboard on the first time of asking. Here's Toby Pink for North Melbourne. Spent 3 years on the Swans list. Back in Sydney today. Pumps it long. Taylor and Haynes are there. So too was Maley. Looks like the Giants are going to get it back inside 50. Rouston goes backwards, and inside 50 the Giants go. Grzyzewski the target again. Brought it to grounds for his crummers. Connor Stone. He's been doing a bit of work in the forward line for the Giants VFL in the last few weeks. Thrown up again. Madden just plucked it out of the ruck. Fended one off. Got the hand pass away to McMullen. He couldn't find a kick. Umpire allows that disposal. We'll wrap it up for another forward 50 stoppage. So Madden will go again. Couldn't get it this time. Harms is there for the Giants. Nice tackle laid.
Lovely forward pressure from the Giants here.
They go again. Madden. Stone. Gets the snap on it, Connor Stone. It's bending. Too far. Misses to the near side. Almost there for Connor Stone.
Becomes very dangerous when the ruck starts taking it out. You don't know how to read it. You don't know when they're going to take it out, so it's very interesting. You've got to stay on your toes in these situations.
Nick Madden's got a size advantage on the young Tyler Goad in the ruck for North. Here's Angwin. Just missed McCaffrey with the hand pass. McMullen got on, tried to get on the end of it eventually. Popped up. Here's McMullen again. He's been lively early. Archer. Now North Melbourne can get it out through Downey, and they can perhaps go up the corridor quickly. In some space is Finbar Maley. The kick goes a little wider for Harrop. Gets on the end of it, and now he'll look to go to Maley. Has worked his way into the pocket from the tight angle. Here's Stevenson. He can create something, Stevenson. On the left, centering ball looking for Shields. Got on the end of it eventually, did Taylor. And North have 2. Curtis Taylor with the goal. So Jaden Stevenson with some excellent work in the pocket. Curtis Taylor finishes it off. North Melbourne 2-1-13, lead the Giants 3 behinds.
There's some lovely end-to-end play there by North to caught Giants off guard there with a quick play. You definitely want to take advantage of that, especially early in the game. You want to overrun them, get them on the back foot, which I think was a good look from North Melbourne then.
Yeah, really effective coast-to-coast play there. Curtis Taylor with the 68 AFL games to his name. 16 games last year, but yet to crack Alistair Clarkson's side in the AFL. But if he keeps putting up strong performances and kicking goals like that, he'll crack it, no doubt. 2 goals a couple of weeks ago against Brisbane. Of course, where North Melbourne are in their list, in their builds, I think most of the youngsters will get a run at some stage in the AFL this season. So here is Keefe, moved into the ruck with no Braden Pruis. If you're just joining us, Braden Pruis pulled his hamstring running out onto the ground, or he appeared to anyway. Long kick. Grzyzewski wanted the free kick. Pink. North Melbourne cleaned it up nicely. A tumbling kick up the corridor. Tyler Sellers getting involved. Here's Fay, and now Haynes. Wide kick is picked off, and a chance for North Melbourne. Capillari with it. Jaden Stevenson is one-on-one inside 50. Does the body work. It's nicely done from the Giants. Perhaps that was holding the ball. The umpire allowed Fonte to get away with it. Ball stays in the field of play. Not 15. So Smith will be asked to play on. Do you think that was holding the ball, Cynthia?
I would be, if I was out there, I'd be raising my hands a little bit of holding the ball. You love a bit of forward pressure like that.
So perhaps got away with one, the Giants. Keefe back in the ruck. There's Downey. Tumbling ball in. Sellers back in the VFL after a couple of weeks in the AFL. Here's Isaac Cumming in his return from a calf injury. Kick up wide. Toby Pink. That's really well done defensively from Pink. Murphy's kick inboard. Not marked by Harrop. Had a good piece of it. Harrop goes again. Gets the left on it. Sellers flies high and takes the mark. Nicely done by Tyler Sellers. back to the VFL this week. Of course, he was runner-up in North's VFL Best and Fairest last year, which earned him a spot on the AFL list. Only the 3 disposals across 2 games in the AFL. And of course, 2 heavy defeats for North Melbourne, so difficult to get a touch in the forward line. Those Sellers. For North Melbourne's third, he's nailed it. So 3 goals halfway through this first term for North Melbourne. The Giants yet to put a major on the board. 3-1-19, North Melbourne lead. The Giants 3 behinds.
It's a good look when your forward players are presenting well in the first quarter, and then finishing a shot like that. It's definitely a good outlook for the rest of the game when your forwards are playing well early.
30 goals from 16 VFL games last year for Tyler Sellers. 6 goals in round 1 against the Bull Ants he kicked earlier this year, which earned him the call up to the AFL. So certainly got plenty of talent, Tyler Sellers. Now back in the centre again, as you can just see one of the Giants' emergencies just doing a late warm-up. So that's looks like they will get to 5 on the bench, probably quarter time. They'll inject one there. Pruis's injury was early enough for them to get a late change in. And 16 minutes gone in this opening term. Huge thump forward from Madden. Bergman just got a little hand pass away. Stevens. Shields comes in to apply the pressure. Stone's there for the Giants. Umpire going to pay holding the ball. Here he is. It'll be a GWS free kick. Connor Stone. Keefe is deep. That's where the kick goes. Long to the goal square. Just somehow bounced in front of everyone, and that's nicely done to rush the behind from Davis, just inside that 9-metre arc where you are able to do that. So play on quickly, does Davis. He's a former Sydney sider as well, back in Sydney. Hebron just hacked it out of midair. Here's Butler. Up the line for Hansen. That's a nice kick. And he can go quickly, Robert Hansen. That's a nice intercept mark. Taken by Ethan Williams, who joins the Giants from Sandringham this year. Hebron plays on. Thumps it up the line. Cleared everyone. Archer and Murphy involved for North. The boundary line wins the day.
A lot of stoppages early, but I reckon North are really catching Giants off guard with that quick play. They're struggling to get back, and North's numbers are flooding back very quickly.
You would say the ball's perhaps been in the Giants' forward half more, but North Melbourne are able to counter-attack quickly. Goad wins the hit out for North. Taylor taken in a nice tackle by Isaac Cumming. 14 AFL listed players were on the initial team sheet for the Giants. Down to 13 now, with Braden Pruis being that laid out. 12 for North Melbourne. AFL listed. Plenty of experience out there too, like Liam Shields for North. 273 AFL games to his name. Of course, came to North Melbourne alongside coach Alistair Clarkson. Nick Haynes, the most experienced Giant out there, also with over 200 games to his name. Here's Davis. Former Adelaide player Davis. Butler. Stone was on the ground for the Giants. Now they clear through Butler. Big pack here and a big fly from Sellers. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark. Kept in play very nicely by Isaac Cumming, and a chance here for the Giants now. McMullen. Inside 50, here he goes. Gruzevski's got 2 to beat. Managed to bring the ball to grounds. Without a play it will be, and a boundary thrown inside the Giants' forward 50.
Lovely handball chain out there from the Giants to get North on their back foot.
And a nice effort from Gruzevski inside 50, 2-on-1, to ensure there was no intercept mark taken. So ball thrown in. Madden just plucked it out of the ruck but couldn't get a kick on it. McCaffrey tackled. We'll have a ball up. 19 minutes gone in this first term. Madden wins the hit out. McMullen tried to shake a couple of tacklers, got some sort of a handball away. Umpires picked out a free kick here, and it'll be going the way of the Giants. Connor Stone just being held. Second free kick the Giants have received inside 50. McMullen wasn't able to take advantage of the first. Perhaps Stone can on this occasion. 9 AFL games in his 3 seasons. Connor Stone struggled with hamstring injuries through his career, but looks to be fit now. So from just inside 50, Stone's kick is perfect. The Giants have their first. Nicely done by Connor Stone.
That was a lovely finish by Stone, especially to pick off that free kick. Nothing better than a little bit of hard work and then finishing the job off, I think.
And they've probably earned that one, the Giants. They weren't so far off North Melbourne's pace to be 3 goals down.
No, and their forward pressure has been quite good in this first quarter, so I think it's definitely showed off just then when Stone did the work early and then gets to finish the job.
So Josh Fay, the leading disposal winner on the ground with 7 touches. Nick Haynes with 6. Best for North. Louis Butler with 5. So it's North Melbourne 3-1-19 leading the Giants 1-4-10. No multiple goal kickers on the ground just yet. They're back in the centre of the grounds. Madden and Goad. Rouston to Madden. Giants move it forward through Quigg. It's intercepted nicely by Downey. Wants to go through the corridor, so up the guts. Perhaps a kick that didn't quite advantage Harrop. Haynes tried the hand pass over the back to the voice of Angwin. Goes again, Haynes. Better hand pass this time for Madden. McCaffrey couldn't quite pick it up. Shields. Bergman. Inside 50, looking for Sellers. It bounces for Stevenson. Nice tackle laid by Wade Dirksen. That's a ball up. Wade Dirksen moved into defence this year for the Giants. Is that a difficult transition, Cynthia?
Yeah, I think the aspect of it, though, is as of once you transition, you definitely see how everyone moves around, so it makes sense and it becomes easier as you get better.
Hansen. Coming with the closing pressure. Shields. Hansen flew again. Madden at the back, and now Rouston thumps it up the boundary line. Grzewski not paid that mark. Murphy probably got first hands to it. Up the line now for the Giants. Varigianis' kick gives away the free kick, does harms. Archer. Kick inboard for Bergman. Dangerous kick up the corridor. A chance for the Giants to force the turnover. McMullen couldn't quite pick it up. It'll work out okay for North Melbourne in the end. Archer and Bergman combine once more. Davis inside 50 looking for Sellers. Brought the ball to ground. Nicely did Tyler Sellers and gets it again. Tries to shake the Angwin tackle and does. Left foot kick inside 50. Oh, it deserves something a little better than that. It was great work from Tyler Sellers, but his kick unfortunately was looking for Hansen when there was a much taller Madden in front of him. Now here come the Giants again. Here's Fonte. And Cumming. He's had a few touches early on this wing, Isaac Cumming. Nice to see him in his return from a calf injury. Varigianis inside 50. That's a poor kick. Just bounces in front of Toby Pink. Archer had plenty of the footy in the last few minutes, Jackson Archer. That's a turnover there. A little bit of a scrappy period of play here. Neither side can keep hold of the footy. McMullen. Wide kick for Angwin. Keefe was the short target. Didn't like that. Instead goes inboard for McMullen. Isaac Cummings in a little bit of a space here. Worked his way inside 50. Not on the same page as his forwards there, Toby McMullen. Intercepted by Davis. Is Deacon Smith. Another move from Casey. Won Casey's VFL Best and Fairest last year, Deacon Smith. Taylor. Got Hansen on the wing. Opts for something a little longer. Stevenson's got 2 to beat. Haynes was in best position. Couldn't hold the mark. Hansen happy to see it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Riley Hardiman and Hugh Greenwood out this week for North Melbourne. Greenwood, the travelling emergency, as the AFL team are in Hobart tomorrow to take on Adelaide. And Riley Hardiman been called up to make his debut in the AFL after a strong performance in the VFL. And Maley doing some ruck work, just ragdolled off it by Madden. Watkins. Madden is throwing his body weight around early. The umpire's circling this and will have a ball up.
That's lovely pressure from a ruckman. You want to see that. That playing as a fourth midfielder really makes a difference and adds an extra player in the mix.
He's got a big job to do today, Madden, with Braden Pruis the laid out. Rouston. A couple of players around that. We'll have another stoppage. Ticking down towards quarter time here at Blacktown International Sportspark. They're thrown up by the umpire. Madden. Taken high off the ball was Jack Watkins. McMullen just giving that one away a little clumsily. Watkins 24 disposals last week, one of North Melbourne's best despite a loss to Box Hill. Stevenson will fly from the back here. Wade Dirksen, that's a very nice intercept mark. He's looking at home in defence is Dirksen. Angwin up the line, gets the 1-2 Ryan Angwin. Gets another hand pass to Fay. They get all the way outside defensive 50 just through handballs. The Giants. Now the kick comes and it finds Rouston. The 50 fairly densely populated, so he goes a short one instead. Marashi. Not his best kick. Always favoured Ben Davis as the boundary umpire goes down in the background.
It's lovely to hit up that just outside the 50 kick. It allows you to open up the 50 more and hit a more centering kick that allows you to have a better shot at goal. Just
missing that last chain in the disposal at the moment. GWS, just the one goal to their name. 9 points they trail North Melbourne. And here's Toby Pink, former Swans VFL player. Davis. Dangerous kick, but it'll work up the line. Davis has had plenty of touches in the last few minutes, and they've all been pretty good. Watkins. Wide kick for Leanett, the playing assistant coach. 34 AFL games with Port Adelaide and St Kilda, Jared Leanett. Now offering his expertise to North Melbourne. Exchanges kicks with Curtis Taylor and then thumps it long, Leanett. Huge pack around this and a big mark. Finbar Maley taking the strong grab, the rookie elevation. That's a nice grab in a big pack. Finbar Maley recruited to North Melbourne from the Northern Bullets. 2 goals last week in North's loss to Box Hill. Ticking down towards quarter time here in Blacktown. Finbar. The mark deserved a goal. Looks pretty good off the boot, and it's got the legs. So Finbar Maley has North Melbourne's 4th. And they extend their lead once again. 4-1-25. North Melbourne lead the Giants 1-4-10.
That was a lovely finish then to top off that even better pack mark, but just to lob that in far is just a very smart decision at the end of a quarter to hopefully lock in another goal, which they've done there, so which is very smart play from up the ground. A
little exchange of kicks from Leanett to Taylor on the wing. Just got them that little bit further to allow a deeper entry. They're just keeping an eye on the Giants bench to see if we get confirmation of that very late change. Braden Pruis not going to be taking his place after he appeared to pull his hamstring off the bench. Running off the bench, running onto the ground at the start of the game. Horror luck for him. So the umpire will have that bounce once again. And Maley, the goal kicker, going into the ruck. He's got a bit of a rip in his Guernsey at the moment. Madden. Straight to Rouston. The Giants walk it out of centre. That's excellent body work. In defensive 50 from Jackson Archer, the son of Glenn Archer, of course. 8 AFL games to his name so far. Yet to win at AFL level, but that's not unusual for youngsters starting in this North Melbourne side with their Unfortunate form in the AFL. Chance for another late one here, North Melbourne. Deacon Smith. Into the corridor, the kick goes. It was a dangerous one, and now the Giants can force the turnover. Although it might be turned over once again. Here's George. Smith wrapped up in a nice tackle by Angwin, but the chance is still there for Hansen. Will that be 15? No. Sellers on the left. Will this one be 15? Just hacked out of the mid-air, and eventually the Giants clear their lines. Murphy. Fonte laying some nice pressure. Murphy goes again. Shields. For Butler. Inside 50. Sellers will hit this pack. Got two hands to it. Fell for Harrop. His kick, not quite a pass, not quite a shot. Angwin did it nicely to rush the behinds. Sellers almost holding on to what would have been a great grab inside forward 50. And Josh Fay. Short kick for Haynes. Creighton. Up the line. McCaffrey takes the mark as two North Melbourne players collide there in George and Leanett. They go quickly, the Giants. Keefe has got some space, and Keefe will take the mark. Just inside 50, Lockie Keefe has probably got the legs. Doesn't need to have the legs because that'll be 50. And Lockie Keefe, a certain goal. And there is the siren. That is not quite heartbreaking for North Melbourne, but it's a pain to concede a goal like this after the siren. 50-metre penalty. Give Lockie Keefe. Did you see what that was for, Cynthia? I think Toby Pink might have just moved on the mark, not quite standing.
Yeah, it's difficult with that stand rule. You take one step and you're walking 50 metres down the field.
So the Giants kick a late one, so it's the quarter-time score, 42-26. The Giants in the 2023 draft. And Madden will have that bounce once again as Madden tried to take Goad's space. Taylor Goad, impressive in South Adelaide's Sandfield Premiership last year. Still look at him, he still looks a bit skinny for men's footy. But once he really fills out, a bit like Madden across him, he'll be a dangerous player. So Madden plucked it out of the ruck once again. Got it back to Rouston and McMullen. Those two have combined plenty early on here. Deep entry. Keefe just left behind by Toby Pink. Took a nice intercept mark. So Pink thumps long. Madden.
Madden's everywhere right now.
Yeah, did it really nicely, Nick Madden. Inside 50 now. Mark not able to be taken by Marashi. Still the chance for the Giants. Coming. Touch play on, so Harms won't be awarded the mark. His hand pass only as far as George. Couldn't quite get the kick on it, but also probably wasn't being tackled, so no rights to holding the ball there. Clearing kick for North Melbourne is going to come straight back through Hebron. Pink. Keefe. Here's George again. Got the hand pass away to Archer. Dumped it up the line. Perhaps that is insufficient intent. There weren't any North Melbourne players around it. And that will be a GWS free kick. So Hebron. No one on the mark for North. So he takes a few extra metres, thumps it into the pocket. Keefe is the target. Davis flew but couldn't hold the mark. Shields wrapped up by Marashi. We'll have a ball up. And Madden can't take it out of the ruck this time. Stone just got boot to ball. Keefe, important fist coming over the top from Jared Leanett.
So important from a defender there in those moments where it's in play and you've got to put your body on the line.
Left his man too, Jared Leanett, to affect that stop, to affect that contest. The ball will be thrown in inside the Giants forward 50. This is where Madden will look to take it out of the ruck. Couldn't get a hold of it this time. Harms, hand pass, found McMullen, and that will be holding the ball.
Good pressure there from North.
Very nice work in the defensive 50. Jack Watkins is the man that will take the free kick. Doesn't see what he likes so far. Up the line. Sellers and Maley fly. Hebron. Back for Dirksen. Fay. Wants that left boot of his. Hacks it across his body all the way back in. Nicely done by Watkins to do the body work. Harms only got a stud in a bad region there. Holding the ball there, there'll be a North Melbourne free kick. Harms still on the ground for GWS. Yep.
He looks like he's in pain.
I think we shouldn't laugh. But
We shouldn't, but...
Jared Lena with the ball on the far side. Stevens. Also note a number change in the first quarter. So Finbar Maley wasn't the 39 in the first quarter. He's moved to the 69 after his Guernsey was ripped. If you see the 69 out there, it's Finbar Maley. Here's Taylor for North Melbourne. Quick transition for the Roos. Dirksen. Nicely done with the intercept mark.
He seems so dangerous off that half back line, Dirksen. Maybe he's found his spot in the back line there.
I think so. 2022 mid-season draft, but yet to play an AFL game. Dirksen, wide hand pass for Fay. Up the line now. Here's Isaac Cumming. Done some nice things in his return from the calf injury, Isaac Cumming. I don't think he'll be at VFL level for too long. Here's Keefe in some space. Got a target in the pocket. Instead, looks for something a little more central. Angwin couldn't hold on to the mark. That's nice defensive work from Downey. Up the line. Haynes probably
Lovely
had a
centering kick. That's what you want as a forward player. Straight in the middle, in that lane, easy shot on goal.
Hebron. Just going slowly here, the Giants. Angwin. Finbar's getting some very loud instructions from the North Melbourne coaching box not to come to the bench. As the kick goes inside forward 50 for the Giants. Madden was the target. Hacked out of there by Shields. And that's a nice mark from Sellers. This can open up things for North Melbourne. Kick looking for Stevenson, but didn't quite advantage him. Jackson Bone, the little man from Coburg in the contest for GWS.
This is where North looks so dangerous, that transition. They catch Giants on the back foot every time.
So no ruckman for the Giants. That allows Maley to just thump it inside forward 50. Sellers has been everywhere for North Melbourne. Shields wanted a free kick and got it, Liam Shields. That's forceful contact below the knees. Hebron going to grounds. That'll be a free kick for Liam Shields. 273 AFL games to his name. Liam Shields, the sub in round 1 and round 4. One of those players that Alistair Clarkson will use just wherever he needs him. Plug some holes or use his experience to help guide the youngsters here in the VFL side. Liam Shields. Wobbly old kick. Did it make it? That's a goal.
Only just.
I reckon that might be the worst goal of Liam Shields' career. He managed to wobble it through. Looked like a complete shank that somehow ended up going straight.
Very smart play there, though, to put your body on the line and force that free kick. It's when you have forward players doing that, he's come to the midfield and you're putting your body on the line, it forces those free kicks, and the Giants, your back line struggle to keep composure when someone's putting that pressure on.
And Liam Shields with a wobbly old goal.
Managed to get there, just.
Like when you're playing golf and the iron just trickles its way up, or you just skim it all the way onto the green, and you thought, yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to do. And Madden doing a power of work in the ruck with Braden Pruce, the laid out. And Madden and Goad do battle again. McMullen in the centre square has been pretty good for the Giants. The ball spills loose. Creighton couldn't find a teammate with a hand pass. There's Shields, the goal kicker for North. Got a trip. North won't take the advantage. This will be coming back to Liam Shields for a free kick. So wins over the Northern Bullants, Carlton and Brisbane to start the year for North Melbourne, but then lost last week to Box Hill. GWS coming in off a big win over Werribee. It was only 8 points, but beating Werribee in the VFL, last year's grand finalists, hadn't lost a home and away game since round 4 of last year.
Oh, that should have been a 50 there.
Stone went through the mark, but perhaps close enough to his opponent. The umpire allowed him to get away with it. Wanted high contact there as well, North Melbourne. The umpire not forthcoming. They'll be thrown up inside the North forward 50. Angwin. Kick off the side of the boot. Not 15 is the call from the umpire. Downey. Couldn't get boot to ball there. That'll be holding the ball. Ethan Williams rewarded with that free kick. Joins from Sandringham. Of course, the Giants VFL coach Wayne Cripps, also from Sandringham, and has brought plenty of Sandringham players to the Giants VFL list in his 2 seasons at the helm. Intercept mark from Hamish Murphy. So a chance for North Melbourne to go back in again. Long kick. Sellers is the target once again. Got to front spot but couldn't hold the mark. Smith not able to lay the tackle. Here's Fay for the Giants. Wants that left boot. Will go across goal. Dangerous old kick, but it works. Fonte. Pick 44 in the most recent draft, Joe Fonte. Fastest 20-metre sprint time at the entire combine, Joe Fonte. Up the line for Hamilton. Quiet in the first term, Cooper Hamilton. Working his way into the game now.
Not much movement going on up the ground.
Looks for something up the line. Marashi was the target. The intercept mark taken by Jackson Archer. He's had a nice game so far, Archer. Affected by a groin injury in 2023, but fit and firing now. Sellers, he's got to the front spot quite a few times, but hasn't been able to hold as many marks as he would have liked. Creighton finds Marashi. Gruzevsky is 2-on-1. Leonard is claiming that mark, but it was never going to be a mark. I think Leonard knew what he was doing there. He wanted the boundary throw-in all along.
You can always try your luck.
Yeah, he pretended to claim the mark so he could walk over the boundary line without deliberate being a problem. So 10 minutes gone here in this second term. Keefe into the ruck now for GWS. Got to front spot. Rouston couldn't come away with it, and North Melbourne do. Up the line, Hebron is in pursuit for the Giants. Sellers for North Melbourne. Both probably be happy with the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Keefe and Madden are playing really well in the ruck there. In my opinion, I'd say they're dominating. They're playing really well. But Madden definitely is having a standout game so far, I reckon.
Would it be difficult in the preparation for Keefe? He wouldn't have thought he was going to take any ruck contests 2 minutes before the bounce.
In he goes.
Yeah. So Hamilton. Some sort of a hand pass for Fay. Long sweeping hand pass. Looking for Rouston. Won the free kick, but the Giants will take the advantage. Connor Stone streaming through the centre of Blacktown International Sportspark and nails the goal. That's the athleticism that Connor Stone can offer when he's fit and firing.
Lovely finish there too. You need to hit those, and crucial times like this where the margin grows, you need to hit those shots, and lovely kick there from Stone. Lovely handball chain out, and so smart to play that on there when you know you have the outnumber going forward. That's a bit of the orange tsunami that we see at AFL level. Connor Stone, 3 goals and 21 disposals last week. 3 goals 2 weeks ago against Sandringham. 8 goals in 3 games coming into today, and he's already got 2 on the board today. So Connor Stone's move to the forward line has been very, very fruitful for the Giants so far. Yeah, so that's 10 goals in almost 3.5 games at VFL level. And back to the centre of the ground. That's a nice bounce from the umpire. Free kick has been picked out, going the way of GWS. And the way of Nick Quigg. A short kick for Bone. Plays on now. It's a nice kick for Creighton. Lots of players in the forward 50. It's congested. Goes looking for Keefe. That's a big mark from Lockie Keefe. Just had the size advantage there. Leaped up higher than anybody else could and takes a nice mark.
Lockie Keefe, one of the most experienced players out there. Keefe from the pocket, just misses to the near side. We've got an update on Braden Pruce. Hamstring tightness just in the final warm-up for Braden Pruce, been pulled out as a precaution. So that's probably as good a news as you could hope for Braden Pruce. Just a precaution. He was running out onto the ground, just felt for that hamstring.
It's a scary look when your hamstrings can go so easily, but it's lucky it's just tightness, and hopefully they can fix it up in the next couple of weeks.
Has had a injury-ravaged career so far, Braden Pruce. He's at his third AFL club, 28 AFL games to his name. A turnover here for the Giants. McMullen can take them inside 50. Gruzevski just had to hold on to the mark, would have been uncontested, and spilled it. Lena cleans up for North Melbourne. Downing finds Stevenson. Got some players in the corridor, not his best kick. Missed Watkins. It'll still work out through Bergman. Here's kick. That missed kick from Stevenson just put a halt to North Melbourne's attack there. So inside 50 now for the Giants. Here's Gruzevski. His second crack. Still in this contest, Max Gruzevski follows up the work. Got the hand pass, but just couldn't clear Jarrett Leonard to find his teammate in the goal square.
Lovely pick up there too. So clean off the ground. So important in your forward line.
Yeah, got some talent. Max Gruzevski would have loved to have held that mark just a little bit earlier. Up the line. Here's Finbar Maley in the 69. Up the line for Taylor. Harrop in that contest too. Fonte and Hebron for the Giants. They'll be holding the ball. Dived on it. The GWS free kick. Dangerous ball. Josh Fay didn't know about it. Hansen just to get boosted ball that's gone into the goalpost. Kalapai right on top of it.
Such a dangerous looking cross goals. You've got to be aware, and otherwise, just like then, you get pounced on, and it's very unfortunate for it to turn to a goal.
Haynes, a couple of running bounces up the wing. Pumps it long for Gruzevski. Davis was in best position. Gruzevski did well to bring it to grounds. Varigianis and Cumming combining for the Giants. Here's Harms. Chip inboard. Stevenson got an important hand there to prevent Hamilton from taking the mark. Stevenson follows up again and gets the hand pass out to a teammate in Watkins. That was a nice play from Jaden Stevenson. Harrop looking forward. He sees Taylor and Sellers inside 50, but he keeps having the bounce. Goes for the shot on goal this time into the post. What a goal that would have been from Charlie Harrop.
Again, I'm loving that play from North, just to transition it so smoothly down the field. Just looks so dangerous.
Exciting play. Charlie Harrop played for Vic Metro at the Under-18 Championships last year and played in Sandringham's flag in the Under-18s. Perhaps a push in the back there, and it was. And Nick Madden will win the free kick. Ben Davis was just outside there. And Madden. Coming. And some nice touches in his return from injury so far, Isaac Cumming. Here's Josh Fay, the leading disposal winner on the ground with 13. Nick Madden's also got 13 touches, which is a great
Got to get it back again.
display from the ruckman. Here he is again, Nick Madden. Could almost kick the goal from here after what we saw last week. Nick Madden goes to the goal square.
Oh!
Big fly over the back. Couldn't hold on Maley. Gets it eventually, Maley. They play on quickly, do North Melbourne. Capillari.
Definitely looked like Madden was going for a shot on goal there again.
Needed a bit more elevation on it. You get the ball here, Nick Madden. Hand pass for Fay. He can definitely kick the goal from here. Josh Fay from outside 50. Had the legs. Had another 20 metres in the legs.
His left boot is insane. It's massive.
One of the best kicks for any AFL listed player in the AFL, Josh Fay.
Pretty sure his right's not too much worse than his left either.
He doesn't pull it out too often, the old right foot kick. 7 AFL games to his name, Josh Fay. All of those last year.
Would love to see him play more in the AFL.
It's such a tough side to crack into
100%.
at the moment, the Giants.
playing such good footy too.
After Darcy Jones's debut last night, they're going to... Not that they'll struggle to fit Toby Green back in, but they're going to struggle to know who to leave out. Up on the wing, Butler. Chip inside for Archer. Next kick not so obvious for Jackson Archer. Thumps it up the line. Probably wanted to avoid Madden. And Madden did the good body work on Sellers, allowing Dirksen to take the mark. Fonte, dangerous kick. Stevenson almost got the intercept, but that's nicely done from Fonte. Just bounced off that tackle. Beautiful kick inside 50 into the path of Harms. Could have given the hand pass to a teammate running past, but Connor Stone, streaming inside 50, takes the mark. Connor Stone lining up for his third goal, and it'll be the third time that he's kicked 3 goals in 3 weeks. That's a lot of threes. Connor Stone. So good to see him back out there for the Giants after a wretched run of hamstring injuries. Connor Stone just misses to the near side. They lean it. Brings North Melbourne back into play. Long kick. Clears defensive 50. Lots of Giants there to meet it. Nice defensive pressure applied by Jackson Bone. A lot of yelling coming from the North Melbourne coaches box just next to us. They are in the lead, North Melbourne. 9 points. They lead 5-4-34. The Giants 3-7-25. Ball thrown back in. Madden just bounced off his chest as he tried to pluck it out of the ruck once again. By lots of players around that pack. And we'll have a repeat stoppage once more. Josh Fay leading all comers with 16 disposals. Madden with 15. Butler the best for North with 13. McMullen thumps that kick at the boundary line.
Having a ruck in the leading disposal so far is a good look. You'd definitely be happy with that as a Giants coach, seeing how effective he is over the ground, not just in his ruck work, but in his disposal rate too.
And taking on that extra responsibility with, as we mentioned, Braden Bruce, the late outs, some hamstring tightness in the warm-up, taken off as a precaution. Dirksen.
Lovely mark.
That's a nice mark. And plays on quickly, does Wade Dirksen. Now inside 50, Keefe's got a few to beat. Leanett and Murphy running back defensively. Still a chance there for the Giants. Harms attacked it hard. McMullen. Inside 50 now, looking for Stone. Just spilt the mark. Would have had a shot for his third. There's Rush, the late inclusion. Harms, taken in a good tackle by Leanett. And the umpire will ball it up. And Madden working his way to this stoppage. Always favoured Goad, but Madden follows up again. Gets the hand pass out to Cumming. Rouston have the shot on goal. Harry Rouston, he's nailed it.
Lovely finish there from Rouston, but again, Nick Madden's work in the contest to splurt it out the back, and then a lovely centering ball to a lovely finish on goal.
He's had a terrific game so far, Nick Madden from the Giants Academy, and he follows up another good game last week in the Giants' win over Werribee. 2 goals, 21 disposals and 30 hitouts last week. He's on track for some similar numbers today, already up to 15 disposals and 13 hitouts.
For someone his size, it's actually quite the talent that it shows to play as a fourth midfielder with his body size and his height-wise. It's quite good to see.
Harry Rouston joins the goal kickers. Connor Stone with 2 for the Giants. Lockie Keefe, their other goal kicker. Ball bounced in the middle again. This time Goad wins the ruck work. Cumming was perhaps taken high. Fay. Hand pass went looking for a teammate, but it's turned over. Chance here for North Melbourne. Hodgson inside 50. Just rolling towards goal and into the post. Didn't quite know Sellers whether to try to mark it or to let it go through. Perhaps trying to mark would have been the play in the end. So Wade Dirksen finds Fay again. They want to get the ball into Fay's hands a lot, the Giants, and with that beautiful left foot kick, why wouldn't they?
He's so dangerous with footy in hand, Fay.
Pops it into space for Nick Haynes. And now in space on the far side is Hebron. Looks for something short, not his best kick, and turned over. So chance for North Melbourne now. Hodgson. Inside 50 they go. Sellers, a bit of space, and takes the mark. Difficult to defend that turnover, isn't it? Oh, it's been reversed. Hanson Jr. just giving that one away. Sellers will not be happy with that. Misses his shot at goal.
I would definitely be angry if that was my shot and it was turned around.
Undisciplined play, and with 4 points in the margin, can't be afforded to giving that one away. The Giants can't capitalise. Miller Bergman takes the intercept mark. 13 AFL games to his name, Miller Bergman. 12 of those last year. And here's Hanson on the wing. North Melbourne leading 5-5-35. The Giants 4-7-31. 4 points the difference. Opportunity here for North. Watkins wanted the free kick and got it. So called to play on. Just pops it up. Looking for a tall target. Sellers flew high and won the free kick this time. Tyler Sellers. Don't take it off him this time. No North Melbourne players are going to walk anywhere near a Giant at the moment. Tyler Sellers will line up for a shot on goal. 2 AFL games. Tyler Sellers played round 5 and round 6, making his AFL debut. Back to the VFL this week. Already got 1 goal to his name thus far, Tyler Sellers. Into the post. They've hit the post a few times in a row here in North Melbourne. 5-6-36, 5-point leaders.
It's important to convert those shots in front. Can be the nail biters at the end of the game that cost you.
Just missed a few opportunities here in North Melbourne. That's a beautiful kick for Haynes. And now Hebron has got some space. Keefe is the deep target inside 50. The kick just a little ill-directed. Still the chance here for the Giants, and they've got one coast to coast in a matter of seconds. And it's Joel Rush who finishes it off.
That was a lovely tap on there by Keefe. Just so smart to just keep the ball moving. When you've got the momentum, keep it going, and lovely goal to finish off there.
So Joel Rush, the late inclusion for the Giants today. Braden Pruce out, laid out with hamstring tightness, taken out as a precaution is the update from GWS.
You love seeing players like Rush take your opportunities when you have them. It's such a valuable time to, if you have it, so that you're going to take it while it's there.
So the Giants 5-7-37, 1 point leaders over North Melbourne 5-6-36. Leading disposal winner on the ground, Josh Fay with 19. Butler the best for North Melbourne with 17. Nick Haynes and Nick Madden 16 each. Only multiple goal kicker on the ground. Connor Stone, 2 goals, 2 behinds in his 9 disposals. Looking lively up forward for the Giants. Ball bounced again in the middle. Maley in the ruck against Madden. Free kick there will be going the way of GWS and the way of James Creighton. Getting towards half-time here in Blacktown. Or did he just creep over the mark there? That was almost 50. Hamilton, the short kick for McMullen. Wide kick finds Nick Haynes. Doesn't have too many shots at goal, Nick Haynes. One of the most experienced players out there today, Nick Haynes. 205 AFL games to his name. Played the first 2 games for the Giants this year in the AFL, opening round and round 1. Was the sub in round 1. Nice looking kick off the boot, but just misses to the near side. Had 26 disposals last week in the VFL, Nick Haynes. Game high. They're racking up plenty of the footy, playing at the wing at VFL level and trying to show Adam Kingsley He's still got a little bit to offer. Adam Kingsley is out there, is on the bench rather, in the crowd watching for the Giants, along with Toby Green and Stephen Cornelio, a few of the other Giants senior players after their win last night. Dirksen into the pocket. That's a perfect kick and a really nice mark taken by Max Gruzewski. Pick 22 in the 2022 draft. Four goals a couple of weeks ago against Sandringham. 6 goals this year. This would be a tough kick from the pocket. But Max Gruzewski's got the talent to be able to do it. Just couldn't quite get the bend on it, and it's over the line for a boundary throw-in. That was always going to be a tough kick from there.
Giving him the credit if he kicked that, though.
The ball will be thrown in. 29 minutes gone. Madden wins the tap. A little head clash there for a couple of Giants players. Giannis. And pass over the top for Rouston. Here's Fay. He knows where the goals are, Josh Fay, but he's slammed it into the post.
Nothing more dangerous with your backliners come streaming through for a shot on goal.
Both teams just missing a few opportunities here in the second quarter. The Giants 5-9-39, North Melbourne 5-6-36. And that is half-time here at Blacktown International Sportspark. Cynthia, the Giants with the better of that quarter.
Yeah, I reckon you can see their ball movement really coming.
Such a great display against Werribee last week. He's backed it up this week. He's doing well again. He'll do battle with Goad in this ruck once more. Rouston got first hands to it from the ruckman. Looks like it'll be wrapped up. Quigg involved for the Giants. We'll have another stoppage. And thrown up once more with Madden and Goad. Madden just thumps it forward, but didn't work out with Bergman sitting at the back of the pack there for North Melbourne. Dirksen with some important defensive work and an important fist. Just socked forward by Smith. Haynes running back towards goal. Hand pass across goal. The Giants composed in the face of goal and do it nicely. Fonte. Hand pass. He's missed his target. And now a chance for North. Taylor. Little chip into the pocket for Sellers. Tyler Sellers kicked a goal in the first half, missed another, and had a shot at goal taken away from him after a free kick was reversed. But he's looked lively in that forward line for North Melbourne. Hasn't quite held on to as many marks as he would have liked that he's gotten hands to. A difficult kick from the pocket to give North Melbourne the lead back. Tyler Sellers, what a beautiful kick. Exceptional from the pocket for Tyler Sellers, and North Melbourne hit the front again.
That was a lovely finish from Sellers too. He's presenting so well out of their forward line today. It's such a disappointing little play there for Giants because that handball chain looked so smooth and they looked so composed there, but silly turnover, and Sellers has jumped on the opportunity and had a lovely finish and a shot at goal.
That's all it can be, isn't it? One missed hand pass, and be paying the price on the scoreboard. Tyler Sellers with 2 goals to his name, as we mentioned in the first half, coming back to the VFL this week after 2 weeks in the AFL. His first 2 matches in the AFL. I'm sure we'll see him at the top level once again. Runner-up in North Melbourne's VFL Best and Fairest last year. Signed in the SSP period earlier this year. Kicking 6 goals in round 1 against the Bull Ants to earn his way into the AFL side. Umpire bounces the ball once again. Madden plucks it out of the ruck this time and thumps it forward. Gruzewski is there for GWS. Giannis taken in a tackle. Umpire will ball it up at the top of the 50.
That would have been an unlucky call for ball there. Stitched up well on it.
It'll be thrown up again. Madden will try and take this one out of the ruck this time. Taps it this time when he couldn't get the separation. Shields kicked it forward. Haynes bends it back to keep it in the field of play. Gruzewski was there, so too Harms. Nice tap over the top from Archer. Here's Rouston. Kick looking for Josh Fay. Maley. Fay wraps up the tackle.
The look at that kick to the 50 is so dangerous. It's such a... Just having that composure to switch and have a look around and hit that up is very beneficial.
Number 69 for North Melbourne, Finbar Maley, after he had his Guernsey ripped in the first half. And here he is. Couldn't get a hold of that. Stevenson's there for GWS. Fay. Stevenson follows up. Taylor tried to hack it off the deck. Dirksen being pursued by Shields. Nicely done by Maley, and he can have the shot on goal. Finbar Maley. That was a nice piece of play to get rid of Dirksen.
That's a lovely bit of play there to shove Dirksen off and then have a composed set shot at goal. I definitely would have run that in a bit closer if that was me, but lovely finish there.
Did what he needed to. So that's 2 goals now for Finbar Maley. Joins Tyler Sellers as a multiple goal kicker for North Melbourne. Connor Stone with 2 goals for the Giants. North Melbourne 9-point leaders.
Must have had a few words said to them in the change rooms at halftime. Come out and really started strong there now. Strong
start for North Melbourne. They trail the inside 50 count by 7. GWS with 34. North Melbourne 27. We're back into the centre of the ground. Madden thumps it forward again. He's playing volleyball out there, Nick Madden. Bergman. George. Perhaps was taken high. Didn't get the free kick. Stone. Short ball. It'll elude everyone and go through for a goal, Connor Stone. That's his third. I think that was a pass, but he was entitled to go from a shot from where he was. And that's 3 goals on the board now for Connor Stone.
That's a funny goal there, the one that they slip through and you're not expecting it yourself and have that lucky bounce and slip right under.
Good shepherding work in the goal square?
100%. So unselfish. Could easily snag those ones up, but to let it go through and shepherd it, it's just shows what a team you are.
Seeing Braden George being helped from the field here for North Melbourne. Looks to be holding that right shoulder. It's on the end of a heavy tackle in that play. Perhaps a little dislocation of the shoe. Yes, it is. You can see his shoulder is dislocated. He heads down to the rooms. Braden George, pick 26 in the 2022 draft, and ACL injury in his draft year, so he dedicated 2023 to preparing for 2024. And Madden goes again. Got a hand pass away, Nick Madden. Watkins following up for North Melbourne. Stevens now with it. Got it to Shields. Hacked it forward. Hanson Jr., nice little fly. Got the hand pass over the top in Harrop. Instead went the kick to Stevenson. Beautiful little play from Robert Hanson Jr. Now Jaden Stevenson will have the shot at goal. 114 AFL games he's played. Played rounds 1 to 4 this season before being dropped back to the VFL by Alistair Clarkson. Stevenson. That's a very nice kick from Jaden Stevenson. He's got 2. And he's the beneficiary of some very nice work from Robert Hanson.
You can definitely see now North are definitely taking those shots and executing, which is important to see. When you have such a good look in your forward line, you need to be executing those shots from in front. But that play out of this pocket square there, that was dangerous. You can't stop plays like that. Too quick, short little hit up. It's exactly what you want.
So 4 goals already in this third quarter. Just 7 minutes played. 3 for North Melbourne and 1 for the Giants. Connor Stone kicking the 1 for the Giants. Sellers, Maley and Stevenson with the 3 for North. So it's North Melbourne 8-6-54. The Giants 6-9-45. Ryan Angwin into the centre square for GWS. Standing next to Liam Shields, the veteran for North Melbourne. And Madden has been dominating the ruck so far and does so again. Tapped it out into the path of Rouston. Couldn't hold on to it though, and the wingman for North Melbourne in Capillari finds Robert Hanson. Got the assist for the last goal, Hanson, and might have the assist for another. Short little kick, just went to 15. Curtis Taylor will have the shot on goal. Curtis Taylor already with 1 goal today. 2 goals a couple of weeks ago against Brisbane. North Melbourne have started this third quarter hot. So for their 4th goal of this third quarter, Curtis Taylor will kick from just inside 50. It's bending back. Not far enough. Looks like it struck into the post.
Looked nice off the boot though, that kick.
So Fay finds Haynes. Thumps it up the line for Gruzevsky. Will fall short of him, well short of him. Nice intercept mark from Jackson Archer. They'll go on quickly into the centre of the ground. Liam Shields takes that mark. Long kick into the pocket. Not Maley got there late, and going back with a flight gives away the free kick for front on contact. Perhaps not the direction that that kick inside 50 needed to go. Haynes for Fay. Kick up the lines, a beautiful one. That's perfectly placed for Cooper Hamilton. He'll take on the player on the mark. And pass over the top. Tries to get it back, Hamilton. North Melbourne through Davis. Forced the turnover. Little kick for Watkins. Murphy takes them inside 50. Sellers was trying to get there late. It's a good fist from Ryan Hebron. The ball will be out of play.
Both teams look so dangerous when they use that handball change. You can't stop it once it starts until, say, a fumble or a kick, but it's so dangerous and it opens up the play so quickly.
The boundary throw in. Madden, you go to work once again. This time Sellers put up a good fist of it. Stevenson's hand pass dropped by Capillari. No matter for North Melbourne, they got the ball back anyway. Linus just goes to Bergman, who has to dive and take the slips catch. Again, we'll go back to Leanit. And now for Taylor. That's the kick that'll open things up, and it's a nice one for Maley. And now they can go inside 50 North Melbourne. It's a wobbly old kick, and Madden drifting back. He's been everywhere today, Nick Madden. Playing a brilliant game for GWS. Showing Adam Kingsley, who's here watching today, what he's got to offer. Fay gets the hand pass from Hamilton. Thumps it forward, looking for Harms. The boundary line will beat everyone. Ambitious appeal for delivery out of bounds there from Leanit. The ball will be thrown in.
It's not a bad look there to have the ball ends up on that side, just outside the 50. You can really make a play out of this in the Giants' case here.
So Madden will go again. He's just too big, Nick Madden. Plucked that one out of the ruck. That would have been holding the ball in years gone past, but the new rules allowing the ruckman to take it out. It'll be a ball up. Madden will get another go. Again, too strong for Maley. This time off for the hit-outs. Rouston was perhaps holding on before his opponent had got the ball, so that free kick will be going the way of Stevens. Short ball for Taylor. Now Davis. Thumps it up the corridor. Sellers the target. Big mark across from Nick Haynes. Very nicely taken. Intercept mark from Nick Haynes. Hebron. Wide for Hamilton. Got some space in front of him, does Cooper Hamilton. Can have a bounce. Wait for something to present. Kick just fell short of its target. Rush had to collect it on the half volley, and by the time he'd done that, Leanit was able to close and force the boundary throw in. 12 and a half minutes gone. 10 points the difference in this third quarter. Friday afternoon, Smithy's VFL. Madden didn't win the hit out, but plucked it out of the ruck and went streaming out of the pack. Kick inside 50 for Rush. Can have the shot from the tight angle. Rush misses to the near side. Would have been some goal. It's through for a minor score.
I keep talking about Madden, but that kick in there is just so, like, to have your ruckman hitting those short hit ups. It just changes the game. opens it up with his size. He's bursting through.
He's the dominant player on the ground at the moment, Nick Madden. He's doing it in the middle from centre bounce. He goes forwards and affects stoppages, and he just saw a few moments ago he drifted back to take an excellent intercept mark. He's doing it all over the grounds. Nick Madden. Here's Archer. Doesn't like too much of what he sees so far. Finds Bergman with a short kick. Now go backwards to go forwards, North Melbourne. Pink. Now to the far side, Lenitz. Capillari presents. Dangerous kick for the corridor that'll work nicely. That's the kick that'll open things up. Curtis Taylor. Long driving ball. Sellers is the target. Big fly. Hebron. Hacked it out off the ground. McCaffrey. Dangerous kick going to go all the way back across goal. Looking for Hamilton, and it'll work. Oh, would coaches be recommending that one, Cynthia?
As a player, I wouldn't be recommending that one. I would be in the forward line yelling, do not give that. Gives you the shivers when it, especially a high loopy one like that, so easy to spoil.
It worked out for the Giants in the end. Marashi's kick up the line, looking for Rush. Now to play for a boundary throw-in. Josh Fay racking up plenty of the footy for GWS. Remains the leading disposal winner on the ground with 24. Nick Haynes, 22. Madden up to 20 to go with 21 hitouts. Butler, the best for North Melbourne with 17. Still North Melbourne 9-point leaders. Plucked out of the ruck this time by Goad. Hacks it forward. It will be thrown in on the far side. Harrop trying to get on the end of that one. Ryan Angwin at this stoppage, playing through the midfield today. Madden couldn't get a hold of that one this time. Here's Shields. Tackled by Rouston. Spun out of trouble nicely was Maley. Kick to the top of the square. Hebron with the nice defensive work to force the behinds. 4 of North Melbourne's VFL listed players have played AFL footy. Connor Downey for Hawthorn, Butler for the Bulldogs, Ben Davis, former Adelaide player, and Jared Lenitz, the playing assistant coach. Plenty of games to his name for both Port Adelaide and St Kilda. Ben Davis, a Sydney sider originally, played for the UNSW. Got his chance with Adelaide in the AFL and now North in the VFL. Grzewski's hand pass over the top, went looking for Cumming. McMullen tapped it forward for Stone. Now over the top. Hamilton's going to run into the path, but Murphy got there first. That was very nicely done from Murphy and found the player in space too in Marley. Gives the hand pass to Downey. Keeps coming off the bench to apply some pressure. Inside 50, the kick goes over the head of Sellers. Fonte in dangerous place, but did it in a composed manner. Found Haynes with the hand pass. He found Bone. And now Keith. Coming in some space on the wing. The game really starting to open up in this third quarter. Got the short chip on in McCaffrey. He's got Harms over the top if he wants. North Melbourne close that option down. There he goes quickly instead. Grzewski's the target. Going to fly from the back. That's nicely done from Toby Pink. Going back with the flight, spoiling out of bounds.
North Melbourne's backline has been strong this term. Especially Murphy's so strong back there, just denying Giants of a couple opportunities there.
Hamish Murphy and Toby Pink with the nice spoil on that. Won 3 AFL games. Toby Pink played rounds 1 to 3 this season after 3 years on the Swans list where he didn't get an opportunity. That's great. Hansen just getting involved with Bone off the ball. Nothing paid. Keefe wins the hit out this time. Giants wanted a free kick. Won't be forthcoming. There's still 10 points the difference. There's Bone and Hansen still going at it off the ball. Stone. High kick. Hamilton led a big pack of players. It'll be wrapped up and we'll have another stoppage. Hansen and Bone finally give the free kick away. The free kick will be going to the Giants. Hanson just got rid of Bone off the ball. They were going at it for quite a few minutes, the pair. And free kick will be going to Connor Stone. And the beneficiary of the free kick off the ball, Connor Stone from just outside 50. That, not his best effort, long way out on the foot.
If you're North, they'd be very disappointed if that had turned into a goal. So undisciplined there. You can't be giving away free kicks like that in the Giants' forward half.
Was Hanson and Bone were going at each other for quite a few minutes there. Plenty of words being exchanged. Lenitz up the line. Hodgson couldn't hold the mark and will have a boundary throw in on the far side. Still 10 points the difference. It's North Melbourne 8-8, 56. The Giants 6-10-46 here at Blacktown International Sportspark for Friday afternoon Smithies VFL. Keefe in the ruck this time. Going to be wrapped up. Quite a few repeat stoppages so far. Lockie Keefe can play forward, back and ruck. So a good utility at the Giants' disposal for Wayne Cripps and Adam Kingsley in the AFL. Keefe's going to win that free kick. The Giants. Angwin is presenting as an option inside 50. Keefe just thumps it long to the pocket. That's a nice mark from Jackson Archer. It's just a Giants player just slow to get up there. Chip for Pink. Very vocal, the coach's box is just next to us, Cynthia.
They don't sound very happy at the moment.
And kick up the line for Maley. Did well to bring it to ground. Got it to Stevenson. Wanted the high contact free kick. It was a
lovely
good
tackle there
from Fonte.
Really to slow up that play and hold it up there. Very crucial tackle.
Rush just limping from the ground at the moment for the Giants. And Keefe thumps it towards the boundary line. Baragianis keeps it in the field of play. Harms. Got some players fresh off the bench here, the Giants. Madden gives it back to Harms. Centering ball. McCaffrey just picked it up off the deck. Just needed a slightly better kick there from McCaffrey so he could take the mark rather than collect it on the half volley.
Agreed. Such a little tweak, but it makes such a difference if it's on his chest and he's able to have a set shot.
They back into the field of play and thumped straight up the guts. Stevenson will hit this pack. Brought the ball to ground. Watkins, little kick forwards. Fay cleans things up for the Giants. Isaac Cummings in some space, but elects not to use it. Go back. Here's McMullen. Densely populated forward 50 at the moment for GWS, so they're just going to do it slowly. He's coming.
It's best to chip around in these situations, wait for that little lead that gives the right time.
He sits it up coming, looking for Madden. That's really nicely done by Taylor Goad. Been beaten in that matchup so far today against the much bigger Madden. He's had some little patches, and that's an important one. An intercept mark in defensive 50. Takes some metres in front of him, Goad, and then thumps it up the line. Hebron, big fist out of play towards the boundary line. Stays in the field of play, and North Melbourne through Shields will still have the opportunity. Kick looking for Stephen. That's a nice
lovely
mark from Ryan Hebron going back with a flight. Kick for Fay. We'll go backwards to Haynes. Dirksen, the next option in this chain. And then Creighton is the next one on the wing. Dirksen eventually gets there. And Lockie Keefe is up the line in a matchup with Lenit. Goes shorter than that for Angwin. And Pink been good today in defence for North Melbourne. Here's Fay. Got that thumping left boot on him, Josh Fay.
He's so dangerous when he has the footy, Fay.
Short this time, and that's a poor kick. Smith gets the intercept and thumps it forward. North Melbourne have got some space. Sellers needs it to sit up for him, and it does. Beats one tackler. Now he's got players inside forward 50. Chipping ball. couldn't hold on to the mark. Still was Hodgson. Still the chance was there for North Melbourne, but Isaac Cumming, that's a really nice kick, finding Haynes in some space. Now a chance for the Giants up the far side. Marashi gives the hand pass back to Haynes. Kick for Madden. Nice mark, and they can kick a goal on the counter here, the Giants. Madden, Keefe's all on his own in the goal square. Great kick from Nick Madden. And Lockie Keefe will go back for goal number 2. Nice piece of play there from the Giants to go from defensive 50 all the way to the goal square. Lockie Keefe. Keefe's got his second. The margin back to 3 points.
In that fast play there with North, it was so important for Dirksen just to get a body on and allow Giants to push back and get back in time for then that transition back, that Giant tsunami, to leave Keefe in the goal square by himself. Lovely mark from Madden, straight in for Keefe to finish it off. It's nice work by Giants there. And
able to transition so quickly. How does Keefe get all on his own in the goal square there? Is it just off a turnover with that quick transition? It's just too hard to defend?
Yeah, maybe just that quick transition, then losing who you're on, and maybe a bit of lack of communication and not orchestrating the back line as quick as you can when the ball's moving so quickly downfield.
They're back in the centre of the ground. It's Justin Edwards with you, Sydney Swans AFLW star Cynthia Hamilton alongside me. 3 points the difference, ticking down towards three-quarter time. Madden again wins the hit out. Rouston trying to collect it for the Giants. It's North Melbourne that will get the first clean possession. Watkins wide for Capillari. Got Butler coming off half back. Now he plays on and will drive it long. Looking for the tall targets. Big fly at the back. Couldn't be held. Stevenson. It's Fonte that flew. Left foot kick from Taylor just into the post.
Again, that tap on play is so dangerous. You can't guard up on that. It's just so smooth and allows the play to continue.
Haven't we seen some posters today? Both teams are thumping into the goalposts here at Blacktown International Sportspark. Perfect conditions today, no wind to speak of. Here's Rouston. Hand pass over the top for Hebron. Here's that orange tsunami streaming through the centre of Blacktown International Sportspark. Stone. Keefe's on his own in the goal square again. They've got another, the Giants, and Keefe has his third. That transition through the centre of the ground, we saw it last night for the AFL team, and it's just as effective for the VFL team.
It's so hard to stop a team that is able to transition so quickly. Again, Keefe left running back on the fly through. It's just, as a team, you look so dangerous when that's happening. It's so hard to stop it.
That's their big weapon, the GWS Giants, at both AFL and VFL level. They take the lead here in Blacktown, 8-11-59 the Giants. North Melbourne 8-9-57. Lockie Keefe up to 3 goals. He joins Connor Stone with 3 goals. Tyler Sellers and Finbar Maley and Jaden Stevenson with 2 each for North Melbourne. Josh Fay, the leading disposal winner on the ground with 27. 26 and a half minutes gone. Umpire thumps the ball into the turf, but we'll have a ball up. We'll have that again. Bounce just leaving the circle. And Madden and go once again. The North Melbourne ruckman doing better. Been beaten in that matchup so far today, but won that one. Angwin. Now Haynes. Little scrubbing little kick. And it works out for GWS. Quick. His kick couldn't find its target, so chance for North Melbourne. Downing. Puts it to his tools. Sellers is facing away from the footy because he won the free kick. Now he's given it away. Dirksen's been good in defence for the Giants, playing forwards last year in the VFL and doing a little bit of ruck work. He might have found his home in defensive 50. That's intercepted though. And now a chance for North Melbourne. Sellers over his head, and that's a nice intercept mark from Nick Haynes. Got some players in space here on this wing, the Giants. Bone gives to Fay. Has a bounce fade, got Bone again. Little kick, not a great one. Went into Hanson, Hebron. It's going to work out for GWS anyway. Hamilton finds McCaffrey. Next kick, not so obvious from McCaffrey. Eventually finds Madden, who picks it up an inch off the turf. Got Stone at the top of the 50. Giants forwards just looking into the sun here, so it's going to make this a little tricky. Keefe and Gruzevsky. Here's Keefe. Got 3 goals, kicked the Giants' last 2. And that was always a little ambitious. Through for a minor score.
Giants are working out of their backline so well. Just their intercept marks have been really good this quarter. They're really standing out, and that transition back into their forward line has been really strong.
Here's Linus. Got Goad and Madden up the line. They'll try and avoid kicking it to Madden where they can because he's been so dominant. There he is again. Got hands to it. Following up as he does well. But there's Goad. Goad's not being disgraced here, even though Madden is playing well. Rouston. Dangerous kick. Chance for a turnover here for North Melbourne. Would be a dangerous one, but they do it well, GWS. Big contest to win here. Quigg gives to Cumming. Short chip for Stone. For number 4, Connor Stone bends it around, but not enough. Minor score for the Giants, 4 points the difference. Toby Pink to bring North Melbourne back into play. Thumps it long up the line. Goad and Madden again. Sellers affected that contest. Goad. Quigg does it well for the Giants. There's Madden. Hamilton just dropped it. Smith. Hamilton makes up for it with a nice bruising tackle.
He needed to make up for that one. A little slip through the hands, that handball. You have to fix those mistakes in that second effort you have.
8 AFL games to his name, Cooper Hamilton. 4 of those last year, but of course became a viral social media superstar at the end of last year. Madden. Quigg. Thumps it inside 50 for GWS, just over the head of McCaffrey. Davis couldn't hold on. Here's Gruzevsky for a late one for GWS. He snuck it in, Max Gruzevsky. He's got his first of the afternoon, the talented youngster.
Here's a lovely kick on him. That was a beautiful finish. Tighten the pocket there. You got to take those opportunities when they come, and to finish a kick like that so late in the quarter, it's so dangerous.
I think on the right-hand side of your screen, for the Giants forwards in this quarter, and it will be the North Melbourne forwards in the final quarter, that sun just over the top of the grandstand here at Blacktown is becoming a little bit of an issue. I think that got in the way of Davis trying to take that intercept mark. So just something to keep an eye out for in the final term. The setting sun here in the west of Sydney. Finbar Maley into the ruck against Madden, who's been the dominant player on the ground thus far. Madden, 23 hitouts and 25 disposals. Does that come off his head? Watkins. Drive North Melbourne inside 50. Sellers is there. But they'll get the shot on goal through Harrop. Misses to the far side. And that would have been a great little response for North Melbourne. You
don't want to concede there in Giant situation. You've just had a couple nice goals. You don't want to take any late in the quarter.
So 4 goals for GWS in this quarter after North Melbourne kicked 3 of the first 4. Little kick for Dirksen. Madden's up the line. Kicks smothered off the boot. Davis. Couldn't get a hold of it. Quigg was there for the Giants. Giannis did some really nice work. He's going to be holding the ball, so chance for North. Dragged it in according to the umpire. Shields. He has to go. There can't be long left. Smith thumps it inside 50. Looking for a late mark. Maley just over his head. Over the boundary line for a throw-in.
The boundary line's your friend right now as the Giants. You want to not concede one this late in the quarter.
9 points the GWS lead. 33 minutes gone in the third quarter. Thrown in. Madden does the bullocking work in the ruck once again. Just
So
too strong
dominating.
for Sellers. Grabbed it out of the ruck. Clear defensive 50 all on his own. Another boundary throw in. Madden and Maley. Madden tried to shove Maley out of the way, but Maley got hand to it this time. Watkins for Hodgson, and there is the three-quarter time siren. So the Giants 9-point leaders as we go into the final quarter. Cynthia, we're expecting a good final term here. It's been a great for Ruckman. 26 disposals and 23 hitouts. He's been one of the dominant players on the ground. Maley gets the better of him this time, though. Shields following it up. Downey back for Shields. And then Maley again. So inside 50 now for North Melbourne. Taylor flying across. Couldn't hold the mark. Hebron, an ambitious hand pass. Try and clear congestion. Creighton taken in a tackle by Downey, and the umpire will ball it up.
It'll be interesting to see how North go with the sun coming over the grandstand this quarter.
Madden wins this hit out. McMullen. Taylor. Got the hand pass. Maley. Downey. Inside 50 now for North. Sellers out on the leads. That's a good sign for North Melbourne. Looked really good, Tyler Sellers thus far. Just the 2 goals to his name, but probably deserved a little more. He's definitely been the key threat in North Melbourne's forward line. And this kick can reduce the margin to 3 points. So Tyler Sellers. The perfect start to the final term for North Melbourne. Tyler Sellers kicks his third. North cut the margin under a goal. It's 3 points the difference. GWS 9-13-67. North Melbourne 9-10-64.
Sellers has been so dangerous up forward for North. Just that presentation is what you dream from as a midfield, to hit those execution with Sellers presenting so well. Just a lovely finish there. So needed in this fourth quarter just to get it close, get the scores back close again.
And if you're just joining us, an injury concern for both sides. Braden Pruce laid out some hamstring tightness just as he was running onto the field, the latest of late outs. And then Braden George looked to have dislocated his shoulder for North Melbourne just in that third quarter. So underway once again. Angwin, hand pass over the top is perfectly weighted for Cumming. So chance for the Giants now. Kick looking for Keefe or Gruzevsky. It goes over the head of both and over the boundary line for a throw-in. No sign of Braden George after that dislocated shoulder. Seen Cooper Hamilton getting some treatment on the Giants bench as well, but I think he'll be okay to continue. Pruce laid out. Rush, the player that replaced him. So Madden, just too strong again. Gives the hand pass to McMullen, wants to bend it around. It's always going to be a tough ask from there for Toby McMullen.
Would have been a nice little play though if that had finished in a goal, but Madden again, just way too strong.
Would have been quite something from Toby McMullen, and he's in good goal-kicking form, McMullen. 4 goals last week in the Giants' big win over Werribee. Dirksen just lost his feet there, Sellers. So that's allowed Dirksen to take the uncontested mark. He can drive the Giants forward into attack once again. Keefe is the target. Drifting across in front, the playing assistant coach in Lenett carefully navigates that across the line for a throw-in. Just Sellers and Dirksen going at it off the ball here. Right, a few little thumps to the chest and just trying to...
Don't mind a bit of friendly biff,
Trying to do everything they can without giving away the free kick. So thrown back in. Madden. Stone. That kick won't be 15. Butler. Hand pass didn't find its target. So we'll have another stoppage. 4 minutes gone in this final quarter. 4 points the difference. And Madden. Kick out wide. McMullen in pursuit for the Giants, but Bergman got there first. Butler kicks long. Sellers and Dirksen to renew hostilities once again. That ball's just gone out of play. Oh, and thrown back, and that will be a free kick, I think. That will be a not a North Melbourne free kick. It'll be a boundary throw-in.
Closer, there's little specks of undiscipline, like you got to tighten up in this sort of games where it's so close can cost you.
Dirksen and Sellers, a fascinating matchup. And Madden in the ruck once again. Maley did it nicely. Capillari taken straight away, and we'll have a ball up. The benches starting to get pretty loud here in the final quarter. 4 points the difference, 5 minutes gone. It's not surprising. Madden and Maley go at it again. Angwin. Shields with a little tap on. Downey taken in a Rouston tackle straight away. Probably had no prior, and that'll be holding the ball. No, that will be a ball up.
Lovely tackle, though.
Madden.
Bit of holding there.
Was being held, so we'll win the free kick. Nick Madden kicked a goal from only a couple of metres closer against Werribee last week. Thumps it long. Keefe over the back. Archer lays the tackle. Harms kicks it into the behind post, so that's a good result for GWS. They'll get a throw in inside their forward 50. And Madden and Maley. McMullen was there for the Giants. Angwin intercepted the hand pass. Important smother there. Stevens collected, and now Capillari can go here, North Melbourne. Smith. Stevens. Hodgson was involved too. Bergman. Stevens just won the free kick. North Melbourne will take the advantage here.
Again, you got to be so disciplined. You can't give away little free kicks like that.
They lean it. Up the line for Dirksen. Dirksen with the intercept. Chance for North. Stevenson running onto it. Nice defensive work. Really well done. Defensively from Ethan Williams. Still the chance for North Melbourne. Looks like we'll have a stoppage. Now inside North Melbourne's forward 50. 4 points the difference. GWS with a narrow lead. Maley came over the top trying to prevent Madden's dominance. Madden still won the hit out, but North will get the clearance. Bergman inside 50, perhaps had a case for a downfield free kick. Hansen is there for North. Taylor too, but the Giants work it out nicely. Coming. A couple of North Melbourne blokes collided with each other. Here's Gruzevsky. That quick transition, the orange tsunami from the Giants that we know so well. Just dropped the mark, did Marashi. Lean it. Doing nice work, waiting until Davis came there to support. That will be a ball up on the far side.
That play needed to keep going fast there. The Giants had the upper foot there pushing back. It needed to keep going, and I reckon they could have scored off that.
Coming such a dangerous player, whether it's off half-back or on the wing. Here's Hebron. Nice intercept mark. Chance for the Giants now. Fay got that thumping left boot. Puts it deep for Keefe. Couldn't hold the mark. We'll get the second crack at it. Lockie Keefe into the post. Oh, would have been a terrific goal from Lockie Keefe.
He's been so dangerous down there all day.
Would have been goal number 4. So 5 points now, the GWS lead. How many times have they hit the post today?
They were doing some goalkeeping practice at training this week.
Up the line. Harrop. Now Butler. Wrapped up, and we'll have another tackle. Have another ball up. And 9 minutes gone in this final term. The Giants 9-15, North Melbourne 9-10. Here's Madden once again. Two-handed slap. Just got boot to ball. Butler. Good. Nice mark from Finbar Maley in the 69 after his Guernsey got ripped in the first quarter. Short ball for Taylor. coming with the closing pressure. Go short for Deacon Smith. Doesn't like too much of what he sees in front of him. Just pumps it long to his tools. Here's where the sun could get in the player's eyes. Sellers got hands to it in that fascinating matchup with Dirksen. Taylor looking for Goad or Maley. Here's Watkins. Inside 50 now for North. Sellers is running back with it. Couldn't hold on to the mark. Still the chance for North. Stevenson running in on goal, and he's missed. Capillari missed. Stevenson looked favoured, but it bounced for Capillari. Just probably kicked it too quickly, Cynthia. He had a little bit more time than he thought.
Yeah, just that communication to let him know that he's got the time to compose and make sure of those little ones like that.
So the margin back to 4 points. Rouston with it for the Giants. Goes wide. Haynes, the target, and
Lovely
protects
hit.
the drop of the ball nicely. 50 metres. That's a boost for the Giants. So Downey just infringing on the mark. Don't want to give away a second one here. So Haynes. It's got Gruzevski forwards. Pops it up. Keefe again. Couldn't mark. Harms misses this time. Just missing some opportunities both sides.
Yeah, could easily stretch out the lead a little bit, but you gotta hit those shots. The crumbing was really good there.
They lean it. It's a couple of times in a row that Keefe's got to front position, but just drops the mark. It's a nice mark taken by Maley. Giants have got the numbers up the line. That's why he's paused a little, but we'll have to go now. This is going to drop for Shields. Just a little shorter than the tools, a little further. Shields was the one that read it best. Now inboard for Davis.
Doesn't look like there's much to go to at the moment.
He just sets it up long. Dirksen over the back, Sellers. A push. Been unrealistic attempts. Didn't touch the ball according to the umpire. Dirksen backwards for Fay. Still 5 points, the GWS leads. Nice mark taken by Fonte. Plays on. Up the line. Keefe's got 2 to beat. Toby Pink did it nicely. Sees it across the boundary line for a throw-in. Keefe is not happy with his teammate.
I like the link up between Dirksen and Fay down back. They're very strong. They work well to get it out of there to D50 together.
Fay is the one, if you're a Giants fan, he's the one you want with the ball in his hands coming out of half back. Shields did some bullocking work. Angwin on the turnover now for the Giants. Rouston inside 50 over the head, and that's a nice intercepting mark from Toby Pink. Gruzevski just couldn't get a hand on it. Here's Leanett. Dangerous kick up the corridor, but it's perfect for Watkins. Going to take the corridor option, North Melbourne. Bergman looking for Taylor. It's a perfectly weighted kick. Plays on Taylor. Goad perhaps wasn't the option to play on. Now on the turnover for the Giants. Rouston got some players in space. It's going to go out to Rush, the late inclusion. Gruzevski is one-on-one, and that's where the kick goes. Gruzevski, nice defensive work by Pink, but Gruzevski will have the shot anyway, and it's through. The Giants extend their leads out to 11 points. That turnover just so hard to defend.
Yeah, agreed. A little fumble like that from North there on their forward 50 cost you. So simple just to... They should have held that up there, taken their time, composure, but rushed it. Silly mistake, fumble, and lovely finish down this end from Giants.
So that's Max Gruzevski, who's got GWS's last 2 goals, one at the 30-minute mark of the third quarter, and then this, the 13-minute mark of the final term. Tyler Sellers with a goal in between those for North. So 11 points the margin. The Giants 10-16-76. North Melbourne 9-11-65. Back underway once again. Here's Watkins for North Melbourne. Downey's earned the free kick and North Melbourne will take the advantage. Hand pass to Goad, who just dropped it at the inopportune moments. Shields taking in a tackle.
Again, a play that could have been fast moving. A silly fumble has caught it up again in another stoppage.
So Goad and Keefe in the ruck. Keefe won it this time. Rouston first to the footy. Umpires picked down a free kick. It'll be going the way of Harry Rouston and GWS. So high contact with Rouston on the bottom of that pack. So Rouston will go to Fay, which is normally a pretty good option. Josh Fay with that booming left boot. He's got a player on his own in the pocket, and it's a nice mark from Max Gruzewski. Kicked the Giants' last two. How does he have that much space in the pocket? Pick 22 in the 2022 draft, Max Gruzewski. 4 goals a couple of weeks ago against Sandringham. Got 2 already today. This would be his toughest kick so far, right up against the boundary line in the pocket. So Max Gruzewski, the young man with enormous talent and is cool under pressure. Max Gruzewski kicks his third. He's got 3 in a row for the Giants, and they extend their lead out to 17 points.
That was a great finish there too. Tied up on the boundary. In tough times like this, you got to kick those. And when you're having your forward in peak form like that, nothing better than kicking the shots that you would sometimes expect to miss.
Had a tough time in front of goals last week, Max Gruzewski, but has rectified things today. 3 goals for him. Joins Lockie Keefe and Connor Stone, who all have 3 goals for the Giants. Tyler Sellers with 3 for North Melbourne. Finn Maley and Jaden Stevenson with 2 each for North, leading disposal winners on the ground. The man that kicked the ball to Gruzewski in the pocket, Josh Fay, has 34 disposals, 26 of those kicks, which is exactly the kind of ratio you want from Josh Fay, that left boot being such a weapon. Nick Haynes and Nick Madden with 29 each. There's Madden with another hit out. Watkins, they'll want one quickly here, North Melbourne, to stay in it. Kicking forward, Haynes was there. Here's Harrop. Shields, hand pass just missed him, running past, left him with too much to do. Big bruising tackle from Nick Madden. Perfect, everything in that perfectly legal. And the smaller man in Shields, who gets up straight away. He's tough, the veteran Liam Shields. It's not the first time he'd been tackled by a bigger man. Shields again with the kick, with the clearance rather. Watkins inside 50. Stevenson's the target, couldn't hold the mark. Harrop. Butler. Nice tackle laid by Hebron. And Madden wins the hit out down to Quigg. Davis was best positioned there. Just had a fumble. Harms. Now back to Quigg. Garagianis. Kick into the path of Isaac Cumming is good. It sits for him nicely. Over the top for McCaffrey, and he's got Harms running past. It opts for the kick instead. Inside 50 now. The umpire's paid out a free kick going the way of North Melbourne. Hamish Murphy winning that one. Capillari in the pocket. 18 minutes gone in this final term. North Melbourne need 3 goals. Kick for Sellers. Nice mark. Called to play on. Capillari again. Finds Downey. Short chip for Taylor. He'll go short again. Stevenson couldn't hold on to the mark. Hebron pumps it high. Sitting under it was Downey. That was composed. Didn't quite know what was coming. He kept his eye on the ball the whole way. Shields, dangerous kick, but it's going to work out for North Melbourne. Gives the hand pass to Smith. Just a poor hand pass going backwards for Bergman. Just put him under pressure, and the Giants forced the turnover. McCaffrey is there. He's wrapped up straight away. That's going to be holding the ball, so North Melbourne will get away with it. Bergman. Kick up the corridor, and that's nice for Taylor. Inside 50 now. Deep for Maley. Madden going backwards. He's had such a good game today, Nick Madden. Kick across goal is a dangerous one. That's a clever little tap on it. It works out nicely. Really nicely done by Ethan Williams. His kick is intercepted, though, by Lena Shields. Bit of a stagnant forward line at the moment for North Melbourne. Walks the player on the mark, does Shields, and then drives it deep inside 50. Flying in front was Sellers. He has been the dominant forward on the ground for North Melbourne, taking some big marks. Kicked a goal at the start of this final quarter and can bring the margin back under 2 goals for North. Now, Tyler Sellers back in the VFL this week after a stint in the AFL. Just into the post. It never looked likely hanging out to that left-hand side. Another poster today.
Post has been a favourite today.
Been peppered. I'm surprised they're still standing. Nick Haynes. Margin back to 16 points. That was, you get the feeling that was a really important kick for North Melbourne. Big fly from Maley over the top, but Madden's still too tall.
He's just everywhere today.
Playing a brilliant game, Nick Madden. With Kieran Briggs in the AFL side, it's a hard spot to crack.
He's still so young, though, so he's got so long to... If he's playing like this now...
Extra responsibility added today after Braden Pruce was the late withdrawal. Kick up the line from Fay. Bounces. Smith cleans things up for North Melbourne. Kick up the corridor for Watkins. Gets it back. Smith. This is a nice building play here for North Melbourne. Hand pass for Stevenson. He can turn around and kick. That's a nice kick inside 50 for Taylor. He should go back and have the shot, Curtis Taylor. Hopefully, for North Melbourne's sake, Sellers' miss won't be too costly and they get one here. And Curtis Taylor, 20 disposals today and a goal, has been one of North's best. For goal number 2 and to keep North Melbourne in it. Out to the right-hand side. Missing some opportunities, North Melbourne. 9-13-67. 15 points the margin. The Giants lead 11-16-82.
Long to go. They need to hit these shots on goals. It's so important.
Now here's Fay streaming out of defensive 50. Not his best kick, but it's going to fortuitously fall in the lap of Angwin. Harms. And now Isaac Cumming is off the bench. Inside 50 now for McCaffrey. They are so quick on transition, the Giants. Tom McCaffrey. Inclusion today. First game since round 1. Saw Max Gruzewski nail one from a slightly tougher angle, but this very pocket just a few minutes ago. McCaffrey doesn't favour the left footer. Doesn't score at all out on full. 23 minutes gone in this final term. North Melbourne need a goal and need it quickly. Lenitz, he understands the urgency of the situation and takes them straight up the guts. That's a nice kick for Taylor. Now Smith. And not a great kick inside 50. It might work out for Sellers. Bounced in favour him and favoured Dirksen. His kick finds Cumming. Now Haynes. Backwards for Dirksen. Haynes can probably eat some time, take some time off the clock here, the Giants. 23 minutes gone, 15 points is their lead. Haynes stumps it up the line. Probably favoured Stevenson, perhaps could have marked. Do you just need a call from there, from one of his teammates?
No one around him, but Giants did well there to take a bit of time off the clock and then a long down the line kick to try and, to their advantage, went to the boundary, but don't know if that's what they were meaning to do.
The ball back in. Downie's at the bottom of this pack for North. Shields tries to extract it. We'll have a repeat stoppage. Madden just tossed Goad aside and did it too aggressively. That'll be a free kick for Goad. Goad gives to Lenitz. Situation is urgent now for North Melbourne. Big pack of Giants around it, but North probably had the crummers. Butler wrapped up in a tackle. No, North need one probably from this play. Goad and Madden. Madden just thumps it back over his head. North have got the numbers here though. Stevens will pump North back inside 50. Not quite, won't reach the 50. Butler didn't hold on to the mark. There's Cumming for the Giants. He's been good in his return from injury. And Fay is in some space. Nice kick from Rouston. Rouston goes long. Grzewski's in some space. Just spilled the mark, Grzewski. And Murphy did that nicely. It'd be very harsh to call that one deliberate, and the umpire doesn't.
Lovely bodywork from Harms there to allow Grzewski to have that one-on-one or that like mark by himself. It's so selfless to just put that body on and create a easier contest.
Looked good, Grzewski, for 3 goals, but probably could have had a couple more, dropped a couple of marks. That's going to be holding the ball. Taylor's took in a couple of tacklers there, and once you try to fend that his prior opportunity in Josh Fay, he's going to absolutely take his time here. He's got professionalism, Josh Fay. Chip it backwards. Haynes, Cummings is sitting deep for the Giants. Fay will get it back.
Such an important time now in the game that you've got to play strategically and know what the score is, what the time is on the board.
No, Fay pumps it long up the line. Madden goes. Big clearing kick. Sellers won't quite get to this pack. Cummings with a big fist over the top. Here's Stevens. Hanson's his target with a kick favoured Haynes. And plays on now. Hamilton. Backwards looking for Haynes. Hanson almost forced the intercept, but it was a poor kick regardless. Over the head of Hamilton. Over the head of Haynes, rather. The kick from Hamilton. They'll be holding the ball. North Melbourne unable to affect the turnover.
North Melbourne have taken it on a bit now, and I think the Giants are on top of their fast play movement, so catch them for a couple holding the balls.
Is this Giants wave that just comes through the centre of the ground on transition is just so hard to stop. And it's led to quite a few goals today. Now here's Dirkson's had an enthralling battle with Tyler Sellers. Probably gives Sellers the points on that one. Keefe straight through his hands. Lenitz, hand pass over the top. Capillari. What a kick to Pink. It's perhaps been thrown forward. Try and give North Melbourne something forward of the ball. Hamilton. Hand pass for Hebron. Hand pass over the top to nobody in particular. Now Bergman. Lenitz. Been good, the veteran Jared Lenitz. We'll get it back again and a little spin if you don't mind. Inside 50 now. Sellers had front position once again. Giants players were able to keep their feet. Stone thumps it long, just gets it out of there, and in some space is Lockie Keefe. He's got the whole 50 to himself. He can run all the way in, gives the hand pass over the top to Harms, gets rid of one, and that is the sealer for the GWS Giants. They will win today. Harms with a late one. Keefe unselfish, giving off what could have been his 4th.
You love a bit of unselfish play like that, respecting Harms's push in. He could have easily just dawdled in, but Keefe drew that player in, gave it over the top to Harms, and Harms sealed the deal.
There was a moment there where Harms was running so hard towards the goal scorer, he had his head down. It looked like he wasn't going to look up to receive a hand pass.
Yeah.
Got it in the end. So the Giants extend their margin to 21 points. 28 minutes gone here in this final term. They've dominated the final term here at GWS. The margin was just 3 or 4 points at three-quarter time, but it's been 3 goals for the Giants in this final term, just the 1 for North Melbourne. Back in the centre again. Shields. Got it to Downey. And now Capillari. He's found Jaden Stevenson. Goes short. Taylor couldn't quite hold on to it. Could only get one hand on the mark. Here's Fay. Had a lot of the footy today, Josh Fay, especially in this final quarter. They might get a shot on goal here in North Melbourne. It's Jaden Stevenson who kicks towards goal. It won't quite make the difference. Still the chance is there for Maley. Got rid of one tackler. Did he get boot to ball? No, he did not. He'll be holding the ball. Great defensive work on the goal line from the Giants. Josh Fay up to 39 disposals. Collects so much of the footy at this level, Josh Fay. Nick Haynes, 35, and Madden with 31 to go with 33 hitouts. Grzyzewski flew high at the back of that pack, couldn't mark it. Archer got on the end of Shields' hand pass, but was tackled as soon as he got it. Here's Harms, who kicked the last goal. Keefe is inside 50 in a one-on-one. The ball won't get there just yet. It goes to Rouston, who's got Keefe over the top. And the one he gave off a couple of minutes ago, he'll get one here, Lockie Keefe. That's number 4 for him. And the Giants kicking on and building a big margin.
Very quick repay there for Keefe. You give one off and you get one back, and I think that just shows you're running. He's running too. That he's just putting that extra work, that transitional running to put himself in the best position for his teammates. 4
goals, 3 behinds for Lockie Keefe. He's had a good day today.
Very good day, I'd say.
Connor Stone with 3 goals, 3 behinds as well. Max Grzyzewski with 3 goals. Tyler Sellers, 3 goals for North Melbourne. Jaden Stevenson and Finn Maley with 2. They're all the multiple goal kickers. Really like the game of Nick Madden in the ruck. 33 hitouts to go with 31 disposals. Best of the North midfielders, Watkins with 25. Taylor, 24 disposals and a goal. And back underway once again. Rouston and Madden. Spills loose for Angwin. A little bit of an unintentional torpedo forward. Varigianis just fumbles. And now Davis. Long up the line. Maley tried the overly ambitious over the top of Haynes. And there is the final siren. The Giants kick away in the final quarter, 13-16, 94. North Melbourne, 9-13, 67. Cynthia, there were a lot of players that played well, a lot of games to like out there.
Agreed. Nick Madden definitely stood out for me, and Josh Fay and Wade Dirksen off Giants backline really stood out today. Nothing more than you want your ruck